Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. Dear students, here is your mathematics teacher, Miss Amara from Pakistan School, Muscat, and I welcome you all in mathematics class of grade 4. My dear students, as already we had started our second unit of the metric system, and that is of mass or weight. So, in our today's class, we have to learn how we can convert the grams into milligrams and how we can convert the milligrams into grams. The objectives of our today's lesson are: upon completion of the lesson, we shall be able to describe units of measurement, to explain purpose of measuring, to define terms weight or mass, and to convert between units of weight. So, my dear students, what are the measuring units of weight? Yes, we are studying about milligrams, grams and kilograms, and these all are the units of measure and they are used to measure the mass or weight. For example, medicine is usually weighed in milligrams. Paperclip is weighed in grams. Vegetables and fruits are weighed in kilograms. So, my dear students, let's start learning by some examples. What are they? Yes, they all are the units of measurement, and they are used to measure the mass or they are used to measure the weight. For example, a kilogram is used to measure the weight of the flour. In the same way, whenever we buy the fruits and vegetables, we always measure them in the form of kilograms. Let's look at the relationship that's very much important. So this is the relationship among milligrams, grams and kilograms. As we know that milligram is the smallest unit and kilogram is the biggest unit. So, my dear students, whenever we move from milligram to gram, we have to divide by 1000. And when we move from gram to kilogram, again we have to divide by 1000. And when we convert the grams into milligrams, we multiply by 1000. In the same way, when we convert the kilograms into grams, we have to multiply the kilograms by 1000. I hope, my dear students, you remember about the two important points, that whenever we convert the bigger unit to the smaller unit, we have to multiply. And whenever we have to convert the smaller unit to the bigger unit, we have to divide. So the relationship among the units of measurement is very much important, because if you know this, then there will not be any difficulty. As in this class, we are studying about the milligrams and grams. So this is the relationship between these two units. When we convert the milligrams into grams, we have to divide by 1000. And if we need to convert the grams into milligrams, then we have to multiply by 1000, because gram is the biggest unit and milligram is the smallest unit. For example, how many grams are there in 200 milligrams? Yes, as we are moving from smaller to bigger unit, yes, so it means we have to divide by 1000, because in 1 gram there are 1000 milligrams. So if we divide 2000 by 1000, we get the answer as 2 grams. Here is one more example. How many milligrams are there in 2.2 grams? Yes, so here we are moving from bigger unit to the smaller unit. And when we have to move the bigger unit to the smaller unit, then we have to multiply. So here we have to multiply by 1000, and when we will multiply 2.2 by 1000, then we have to move the decimal point 3 decimal places to the right side. So dear students, let's have a look what are the points that we had studied today. So we have studied that to convert the milligrams into grams, we divide the milligrams by 1000 because milligram is the smaller unit and gram is the bigger unit. And we always divide when we move from smaller to bigger unit. For example, if we have 75 milligram and we have to convert it into grams, we have to divide it by 1000. So dear students, whenever we divide any number by 1000, we have to move the decimal point 3 decimal places to the left side. So we have to remember this point. In the division, we have to move the decimal point 3 decimal places for the 1000 to the left side. And next, if we are converting the grams into milligrams, we have to multiply by 1000 because gram is the bigger unit and milligram is the smaller unit. And we always multiply when we convert the bigger unit to the smaller unit. For example, 0.47 gram. So here we have to multiply by 1000 and we have to remember that when we multiply any number, then we have to move the decimal point, yes, to the right side. If the multiplier is 10, then move the decimal point 1 place to the right. If the multiplier is 100, then move the decimal point 2 places to the right. And like here, the multiplier is 1000. So we have to move the decimal point 3 places to the right and we get the answer as 470 milligrams. I hope dear students now you will remember and you can practice for the questions. Here is one more important point that if the multiplicand is the whole number, we simply rewrite the number and we add extra zeros. Like 1 0 for 10, 2 zeros for 100 and 3 zeros for 1000 at the end. So now it's your turn to do the practice. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. So I know my students, they will start trying now. Thank you all of you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.